Losing a friend is never easy, especially when that friend has been with you for as long as John Lodge had been with Justin Hayward. Their friendship wasn't just a casual connection. It was the kind of bond that took years to build, based on mutual respect, shared experiences, and the ups and downs of life on the road. Justin Hayward, lead singer and guitarist of the Moody Blues, has known John for decades. The two of them, along with the rest of the band, spent much of their lives together. They experienced not only the highs of stardom, but also the challenges that come with it. John's sudden passing was a loss that went beyond the professional. They were family. When Justin heard the news, he was left in shock. He had lost a friend, a bandmate, someone who had been a part of his life for so long. It's hard to put into words what it feels like to lose someone who was there through thick and thin, someone who helped shape your life and your career. But in his tribute, Justin tried to express what John had meant to him, as well as to the world of music. For Justin, John wasn't just another band member. John was a key part of the foundation that made the Moody Blues so successful. From the beginning, John had a unique ability to capture the essence of what the band was about. His bass playing, his vocal harmonies, and his songwriting contributed to the distinctive sound of the Moody Blues. Together with Justin, they created songs that became the soundtrack for an entire generation. Tracks like Nights in White Satin and Tuesday Afternoon were not only popular but timeless, thanks to John's influence and the chemistry he shared with Justin. Their relationship wasn't just about the music. Over the years, they became close friends, sharing experiences that most people would never understand. Touring the world, performing for sold-out crowds, and recording some of the most iconic albums of the 60s, 70s, and beyond, they did it all together. The bond they formed during those years was unbreakable. For Justin, losing John felt like losing a brother. In his tribute, Justin recalled the long hours spent in the studio, working together on their music. He spoke about how John was always dedicated to making sure their songs were as perfect as they could be. Justin remembered how they would spend hours on a single track, making sure that every note was right, that every melody was tight. John had an impeccable ear for music and a passion for getting things just right. He wasn't someone who would settle for mediocrity. He always pushed himself and those around him to do better. But it wasn't just John's musical talent that Justin appreciated. It was his personality. Justin spoke about how John had a great sense of humor. He could always be counted on to make the band laugh, even in the most stressful moments. They spent so much time together, touring and recording, that their personal lives often blended with their professional lives. They shared jokes, stories, and countless moments of camaraderie that made their journey together even more meaningful. In fact, one of the things that Justin admired most about John was his ability to stay grounded. The music industry, with its fame, fortune, and pressure, can easily make people lose sight of who they are. But John always stayed true to himself. Despite the success and the recognition, he remained humble and dedicated to his craft. Justin spoke about how John was never one to seek the limelight. He was content with making music and sharing it with the world, but he never craved the attention that often comes with fame. For Justin, John's contribution to the Moody Blues was immeasurable. He was not only a talented musician, but also a vital part of their success. Together, Justin and John had created something special. The music they made, the albums they recorded, and the tours they performed together were a testament to their dedication and passion for their craft. The Moody Blues were more than just a band. They were a family, and John was an integral part of that family. The impact of their music was felt around the world. From their earliest days as pioneers of progressive rock to their later years as one of the most influential acts in the music industry, the Moody Blues touched the hearts of millions. Justin knew that their success wasn't just about the music, it was about the connection they shared with their fans. John's contribution to that was significant. His bass lines, his harmonies, and his presence in the band helped define the sound of the Moody Blues and made them who they were. But beyond the music, Justin's tribute was also a reflection on the friendship they had. John was there through thick and thin, and Justin appreciated him not only as a bandmate but also as a friend. He spoke about how they had each other's backs, whether it was on stage or off stage. In an industry that often pulls people apart, Justin and John were able to maintain their close friendship throughout the years. That friendship was something that Justin would never take for granted. Justin's tribute to John also highlighted the fact that their music would live on forever. Although John was no longer with them, his legacy would remain through the songs they had written and recorded together. Justin emphasized that John's influence on the band and on the music world was something that would never fade. The music they created together would continue to inspire generations of fans and musicians. As time moves forward, it's easy to forget the personal stories behind the music. But for Justin, remembering the moments he shared with John is essential. These moments weren't just part of their work as musicians. They were what made their partnership special. Justin recalls the endless hours spent rehearsing, fine-tuning their performances, and sometimes just talking about life. It wasn't all about the stage or the studio. It was about the shared journey of two people who genuinely cared for each other. These are the memories that Justin holds close, the ones that remind him that their bond was about more than just music. It was about friendship, trust, and loyalty. In his tribute, Justin also spoke about the personal losses both he and John had experienced throughout the years. They had been through so much together, not just in terms of career highs and lows, but also personal hardships. Losing family members, facing the pressures of fame, and dealing with the inevitable changes that come with aging, they had supported each other through it all. John was always there for Justin, offering words of comfort or sharing a laugh when things seemed tough. It's these personal interactions, often unseen by the public, that truly defined their relationship. For Justin, John was someone who didn't just share the stage, but also shared life's deeper moments. As Justin reflected on John's passing, he also took a moment to think about how much the music had meant to both of them. The Moody Blues weren't just a band, they were a lifelong journey, a shared dream between Justin, John, and the rest of the members. They had built something that would stand the test of time. For Justin, that was the greatest tribute he could give to his friend. The music, the memories, and the impact they had on the world would live on. And John's contribution to all of that would never be forgotten. In the final moments of his tribute, Justin offered a heartfelt goodbye to his friend. "Goodbye, my friend," he said. "You will always be a part of me. Your music, your laughter, your spirit, it will never leave me. Thank you for everything, John." While the music world will miss John Lodge, Justin's words offered a sense of peace. The friendship they shared, the work they did together, and the legacy they built will always be remembered. And though John is no longer here, his influence and the music he created with Justin will continue to resonate for years to come.